Assalamu alaikum students. It is hoped by me that you are safe and sound as there is an order of the day. Stay home, stay safe. That is the order of the day, to keep yourself away from such miserable external conditions of the circumstances. I expect from you to be very concentrative, very interested in your area of studies. Just focus to your studies to make your future bright. The topic is still in process. Rule number we have today 22. This rule says, actually this rule is very interesting in the sense that this rule says it's called fractional expressions in subject-verb agreement. Fractional expressions, when we have the part of the whole. If we have one and we make the part of one or the whole, I mean the segment of the whole is called fractional expression, and it is used in subject-verb agreement. Dear students, see the rule. If subject of sentence begins with fraction, the verb agree with noun or pronoun that comes after the preposition of. See, the word is preposition of. We have to use fraction. How? If we have the circle, and in this circle we make some part. I mean part, segment, half, quarter, 2/3, half of. These are fractional expressions, and we agree according to the word that comes after of. We agree the word in this regard. For example, read the rule again. If the subject, whether that subject is noun or pronoun of a sentence, begin with fraction, the verb agrees with noun or pronoun that comes after the preposition. Now the subject is noun or pronoun and that comes after of. I mean before that we put fraction. Fraction means the part of the whole. For example, we have the word 2/3 of the book. Now the word is 2, that is cardinal number. Third is ordinal number. That 2/3, I mean that is the part of the one, part of the whole. 2/3 of the book. Now coming towards, see, noun or pronoun that comes after the preposition of. Now we have the book, and the book is singular. We use of before that, and now we have to agree not 2/3 but agree according to the book. I mean this is fraction. 2/3 is fraction, and of is put there as a preposition. Then we have the actual subject. That actual subject, what we call it, is an interesting subject. This is one. This is the rule in this regards. Second expression of fractional is in percentage. 40%, yeah, 40%, or sometimes we written this word in letters, not in figures. 40% of country. Do not say that the 40 number is in plural. Do not say about that. But after country, after of, after preposition, we think that country is singular. We use here singular pronoun, the verb over here. See, 40% of the country 40% of the country does not abide by law of the country. What is that? 40% of the people of the country. See, 40% of the people of the country do not abide the law of the country. 40% of the people of country does not abide by means to follow, to act upon any rule of any state or country, abide by the law of country. Now the problem, what we have to see here is lot of the people of country does not abide. Now there is a problem. What problem? Here we have to see 40% of the people of the country. Now here is a we have to correct do not. 40% of the people of country, not the country, do not abide by the law. If it is written in this way, 14% of the country, 40%, now two sentences are there. 40% of the country, second sentence is 40% of people of country. Now country will take does not, people of the country will take do not abide by law of the country. Got it? Third one, 2/3 of the book, as we discussed, 2/3 of the book. The book is singular, 2/3 of the books. Coming towards, don't think about this one. These are the part of the word, part of the one, part of the whole. We have to think about this one. That book is just one part, and the part of that one whole, the part of that one is 2/3. I mean, maybe a book has many chapters, but the part of that chapters may be 2/3. 2/3 part means threefold. Chapters we have covered the book is interesting. Now 2/3 of the books, I mean not the part of book, but there are many books. Maybe there are 20 books, but out of 20 books we have make the portions. Out of 20 books, 2/3 of books, maybe the portion of that one we agree is here, not is but are. There is a book that we put here singular verb as is. Now coming towards this quarter. What is quarter? See, quarter, I mean this is the whole, and we put here as a 4 part of any thing. We have to make one part of that. This is what we call it quarter. If we make other one, we call it half. Right? See, a quarter of it. See, this is the quarter of that. Okay, this is quarter, but we are not to think this quarter, but we have to think as it. See, the verb agrees with noun or pronoun. We discussed book, people, country, books, according to the singular plural of noun. Again we have pronoun it. It is third person singular. So we have to agree according to the pronoun is or a. A quarter of it is fresh. Same is pronoun in third person plural. Half of them. If we think that there are 4 parts of any whole, half of them. Now we have to agree half, not half, but them. Them is third person plural in accusative case. That is plural. That's why we are putting here putting here is a plural verb over here. Half of them are stale, maybe rotten, maybe what is that? These are apples. These are anything that are eatable, edible. Half of them are stale or rotten. Coming towards another fractional expression, 3/4 of library. Now see, 3/4 of library. 3/4 of library. We have to discuss, we have to think Library, not threefold of. Threefold of library. Library is singular. We put here what? The singular verb there. Three-fourths of library consists of reference books. See about this one. Some of. Though this is little bit change this rule, but here we can use some of the beats of rosary. Rosary, tasbih. Rosary, that tasbih, rosary is beats. Dana maniya jake hunda. Some of the beats of rosary are missing. Rosary, now not rosary but the beats of rosary. Now beats would agree to verb is are. 2/5 of the troops. Troops is plural. And then we have to use what? Here same way verb. 2/5 of the troops were lost in the battle. Clear? Again, 15% of our income. 15% of our income goes to tax. Income is singular, we use goes as a singular verb even there. Next, 5%. As I have told you, there is in figure and here is 5% in plural. It can be written in this way. 5% of class. Now class is what? Collective noun, and most of the time collective nouns are used in singular way, but somehow there is a rule that collective noun can be used as plural subject, but there is a reason behind it. But here on the whole collective nouns are used as singular subjects as well. See, 5% in letters or 5% in figure of class. Now we have to agree this one. Class is absent due to influenza. So this is the rule of fractional expression. We are using 2/3, 1/3, half, quarter, percentage, or even 2/5. We are talking about this one and we can say the part of that one, but we have to see the preposition of. After that, whatever it comes, whether it is noun or pronoun, we have to agree from that after of, subject, singular, plural, agrees to the verb in this regards. Now, coming towards the second rule. That rule says, same principle as it is written here. Same principle applies with the following phrases. Do not be baffled, confused, or juxtaposed, or to be in raised position to see that how to agree such kind of words. We have the words majority of, heaps of, most of, lot of, a good deal of, a great deal of, none of, all of, the rest of, some of, as it is written some of, and lots of even. These are words, etc. These are words even apply the same way. We have to apply the same subject after of, we have to see, but some other words are there, but they are not comes in fractional expressions, but they are just phrases that we have to apply the same principle here. See, if after of, every phrase is of. After that, we have to see the same what comes after of, whether it is singular subject, plural subject, or singular noun or pronoun, plural noun or pronoun. We have to agree to the verb in this way accordingly. Coming towards the examples, lots of soldiers have come. Now see here, lots of soldiers. Now we are not talking about lots but soldiers. Soldiers agrees to verb. This is plural and this is plural, and it means that there is a proximity, there is a balance, there is a resemblance, there is a equality between subject and verb in number or in nouns. See, second one, most of the students are lethargic. If it is written in this way, most of the class. Now see, this is plural and this is collective noun. So naturally, if it is class, then we put here is there accordingly. But here is students, we have to agree are there. Most of the students are lethargic while learning something there. Lethargic means reluctant. Lethargic means lazy. Lethargic means unwilling to learn anything or show their laziness in the classes or in learning especially. Heaps of fish are filthy. As I have told you in the previous discussion, some plural or some words are there, they have no any shape of singular or plural, they have the same form. As we have the word fish, fish has also the plural form of that. How could be understood? We can identify whether there is any article, whether there is any possessive case. We have to accordingly see. Heaps of fish, there is no any article, it means it is plural. Absent of the article, I mean indefinite article a and the, that agrees to this one in this regards. Heaps of the fish are filthy. Filthy, disgusting. We have another one, a good deal of, a great deal of. The words even comes in exercise number 3. In any number of sentences, you will find such kind of sentences. A good deal of time, time is singular. A good deal of time has been lost. A good deal of time has been lost in this current situation of COVID-19. A great deal of efforts. Efforts is plural. We agree what are there. A good deal of efforts are needed. Some of the music was boring. Music what? This is again the word that is in singular form. Some of the cake. If it is written some of the cakes has been eaten. If we say some of the cakes, then we put here have been eaten because of this one, not because of this one. Though we know that some, most of the time, some and then take to what? A plural noun. Some boys are coming, but some of. Then we have to see as a fractional expression that is even written here. Some of the beads of the rosary are missing. See, some of the cake has been eaten. None of friends are very rich. It is the sentence taken from exercise number 4 from the textbook prose, and it is what? None of the friends, now of friends takes are. All of the cakes, all of the cakes were, all of the cakes were, all of the cake means 100% of 100%, even that we will take in this way. All of milk is gone off. What is gone off? Gone off means khira jo fitti vanyan. All of milk is gone off. Yeah, has been gone off. You can say in this regard. So these are two rules. Their rule is applied in the same way because of the preposition of. And before that, we use either these fractional expressions or these phrases like majority of, heaps of, most of, lots of, a good deal of, a great deal of, none of, all of, rest of, some of. These are the expressions, and then we put after that of, and then we use noun in number, whether singular, plural, pronoun in number, whether singular or plural, and then we agree after preposition of whether the verb, whether the subject is singular or plural. We have to decide accordingly which verb would be agreed to the subject in singular, in number, or plural in number. Now, students, see the next rule. Previous two rules is discussed here with the preposition of. same of as a preposition is here, but actually we have the words like of children, of prisoners, of parents, of people, of student, of members. Even after of we can put any plural, singular or anything. But I want to tell you one thing. Here this rule is not applied as was applied in rule number 22 and 23. This is rule number 24, and this says that we have to see whether this is a and there is a the or the. These are the articles. Articles divided into two things. One is definite and another is indefinite. Definite has the or the, indefinite has a or n. We will go to this topic in detail, but I would say in generally that when we put a or n to any noun, that would be considered as a singular one. Keep in your mind. When we put this the, it means that is very important, that is proper, that is a very unique thing in the world. But somehow these articles, I mean two, from this one only a and from this one only the or the. These play role in these sentences or in this rule number 24. Keep in your mind, student, one thing. Here is a number of, a number of, a number of. It doesn't mean that a means singular. It means a means here a number